How are we, boys? 3 days deep, Australia. It's hot as balls.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
We're hot.
Yeah, hot. But good.
How does this compare to like an LA heat? Like, you're not living somewhere like cold.
No, I would say the first few days we were here, I was like, oh, Australia is actually kind of cold. And then yesterday happened, and I was like, oh, God. But yeah, like LA kind of gets like that in the summer.
How has the tour been? It's you guys are on at the same time as Tool, which is a bit of a rough time slot.
It's not just Tool. We're on in the middle of Weezer's set.
Yes.
And then as soon as we finish, Tool plays their first note. So yeah, we're up against some small bands.
Decent. Still getting a decent turnout thus far.
Yeah, all things considered. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if you just happen to be not a huge fan of two of the biggest bands to ever exist, then you could come watch us play.
I think there's maybe some similarities in some of the stuff with Tool, maybe like the songs like Coda and whatnot. You guys are a killer band. I hope that a lot of people did take the chance to go and see you. Do you think there was enough in this tour that we will get you back here again soon? Is Australia a territory that you guys really want to try and grab by the balls?
Yeah, I mean, this country is, I didn't know, I mean, I don't think any of us knew what to expect coming here. And I was like, this place is sick. So I definitely want to come back.
Yeah, I mean, we've been to many places, and I think collectively this is one of our favorites so far. Just like all the cities we've been to so far, which is, I guess, just
Brisbane,
three.
yeah?
And we don't say that a lot.
Yeah.
We like to complain about most things, and generally the place that we're in is an easy topic.
You are American, and yes, you are number one. We know that, and we do know that you are not backwards and coming forwards if you don't like things. So we love that you love Brisbane, and love, of course, there's a show again tomorrow night at Tivoli, which is a beautiful venue around here, just the corner. Straight on a plane again after that show, or you got a bit of time in the country downtime post the final show?
That we're straight out of here, which sucks. I wish it was longer.
Yeah, after that show.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. After that, we leave.
We leave. I go back and play Arc Raiders.
Recent record, Fishing, was a killer record. You guys have been together for what, fucking 13 years and pumped out a bunch of EPs, only 2 full-length records. Is there another full-length record in the works? Is that what's potentially next? Or another EP maybe? What's the state of play, do you think, for you guys creatively?
We just finished recording right before we came here for, I would say, 90% of the album. So, yeah, we're working on something else that's coming up. Hopefully release early next year. We're really pushing to get it out the door. We like to move quick, so.
On the moving quick thing, I heard you say in an interview recently that you guys are fairly democratic in the way that you make music, not just in the music itself, but even down to agreeing on the lyrics. That's great, but I imagine that could be
We're about as functional as our government right now, dude. Yeah. It's a lot of conflict.
We have an expression here in Australia, it's a tough wank.
Yeah, it is, dude.
But you always get there, right?
Yeah.
Next record, much the same. Are you guys looking to challenge yourselves in different ways? You're obviously vastly different influences. That it is like a heavy indie rock, but you can definitely hear that there's lots more into that. Is that the sound of the next record, leaning more into that?
I think we just tried to lean as heavy as we could into the things that make us for this record. You know, like with our first record, it was a lot of our like weirder, kind of slothier, fretlessy kind of stuff. And our second record was more of our like alt background.
Yeah. And
this time we're trying to try to fuse those and ramp them up as much as possible. So it's like a lot of the music sounds like us, but just taken to, a whole. It's trying to be weird, but not for the sake of weird, and good at the same time. It's like just really trying to push ourselves as hard as we can to be better songwriters.
Plenty more of that soft loud dynamic that you guys are killer for, right?
Yeah.
That's what music is, right? It's soft loud. It's got to have some fucking dynamic.
Yeah.
You guys were all music school students, right? You met at Berklee, so you're all actual killer musicians. You're not just a bunch of kids punching out in a garage. In the band room, is it hard to find the balance between wanting to be brilliant, wanting to push yourselves as fellow musicians, and finding that balance between just simplistic brilliance, simplistic songwriting? Is it hard sometimes to come back from the edge of just wanting to do a great solo as opposed to just writing a simple one?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think a philosophy that I try to stick to as much as possible is that, like, art is just feeling in a tangible form. Like, that's all it is. You're just trying to hijack that part of your brain that feels something, even though that thing isn't currently happening to you. You know, does that make sense?
Absolutely, yeah.
And so when we're writing, it's like we like to do like more complicated things and whatnot, but it's just about following that feeling. And if the feeling calls for something more complicated, we go more complicated. If it doesn't, then we reel it back and we're like, we're overthinking this.
Yeah.
And it's a constant battle of that. Yeah.
Do you guys try to stay away from listening to other music? Are you conscious of doing that when you're in the studio? How do you consume art when you're making art?
I don't. I'm listening to music quite often, and I love getting in touch with what's new and exciting. And I think that, that can kind of interfere because sometimes you subconsciously do things and you're like, oh, shit. Am I allowed to say shit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, shit. Oh, shit, that sounds like, whatever. Because it gets buried in your subconscious. And then it's kind of like, I guess, wrestling with like, well, does it matter if it sounds like that? Does it sound too much like that? Am I overthinking this? Probably. I don't even remember what your question was.
We were just talking about whether you consume art when you're making art. How does that influence you?
Yeah, so, I'll let Jack answer separately, but I don't stop listening to music ever. And I guess, it is kind of a weird balance of taking from what you discover and come to love while also not doing that too hard and catching yourself when you might fall into that by accident.
Do you think you guys learnt more out of music school than you did in it? Now that you're in the beast itself, you've been doing this for 13 years, it kind of creeps up really quickly, doesn't it? 1 minute you're just thinking about it. Do you think you've learnt more in the years past than you did potentially in the years you were there?
For me personally, yeah, like 100%. I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I didn't really try at Berklee at all. It was like I found the band and I was like, this is sick. And I tried to spend the majority of my time doing that. And I think that there's so much, music school is kind of like an oxymoron. Like Berklee loves to hype itself up. Like John Mayer was there for 6 months and they fucking hold on to that shit so hard.
It's a Boston thing, man. It's a Boston thing, all right?
Yeah, maybe.
It's that bravado. I
think it's a marketing thing.
Absolutely.
So we went to Berklee, but man, you don't need it. You don't need it. It honestly, unless you have a trust fund or somebody paying for it, it honestly makes it way more difficult once you get out. So you're like, all right, time to hit the road. Oh shit, I have 6 figures worth of debt. Oh, what am I gonna do? And then, going to Berklee is a double-edged sword because for me, I found Dead Poet Society, and that's what I knew what I wanted to do. But also getting out, it was like a good 7-8 years of just brutalness of just trying to survive and keep the band going and everything,
Well, you've kept it going, man. On a whim from music school to in a band for 13 years, and I hope that it's something you can do for another 13 years. Been a big fan of the band for the last few years, and just absolutely ecstatic that you guys came down here. Looking forward to seeing you later on. Thanks for taking
man.
the time to chat to us.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it, dude.